Hi and welcome back to my outdoor ways. 6 weeks ago I dropped 2 birch trees. I did it with a technique called wet felling. That's what you use when the sap has started to run and you can't just limb and split them right away, but you want to draw the sap out from the trunk into the limbs and into the buds when they leave out. And you typically leave the trees 5 to 6 weeks. When you've done that, took a strip of bark off of the trunk and left all the limbs and branches and twigs on them. So now it's about the right time to continue processing them. The one closest here, that's about 60 feet tall, 9 inches at the bottom where I cut it. The other one is a little bit smaller, it's about 52 feet tall and 7 inches at the cut. That's the one I felled first, a couple of days before the larger one. But since the larger one is sitting on top of the first one, I'm gonna start with the large one anyway. I'm gonna use my Hults Bruk Agdor 3.3 pound head or thereabouts. A handle that I made myself from ash, whatever the length of this was again. It's been so long I've worked with my axes now that I forgot. It's a 30-inch handle on this one. Work has kept me away from the woods. Glad to be back. Ever since I discovered the technique of bucksplitting, where you don't buck the log and split it afterwards, I've been doing that and I really like it. I'm gonna do that with this as well. It's a pretty hefty log down at the root for a 3.3 pound axe, but I'm gonna give it my best and see how it works out. I have to be careful not to hit the rock just here by the stump. See if I can induce a split here. Looks like it. It's a pretty tricky position. It's pretty stringy down at the bottom. Wasn't expecting anything else. But there you go. That's the first piece anyway. It's gonna get a lot easier when I get up the trunk a little bit. You can tell I haven't been swinging an axe for a couple of weeks now. My aim is off quite a lot. Number 2. A bit labor intensive, but it's just at the bottom. Helvete! I managed to bounce the axe head onto the rock. Well, that's typical. And I just resharpened it. Anyway, I'm gonna continue work with it. Half of the edge is still sharp. I didn't bring a sharpening stone or file or anything, because I thought, I'm just gonna go up the hill and chop some firewood real quickly. And have to be careful not to make any mistakes. Didn't take long to make that mistake, didn't it? That's typical. Come on then. That's the first section, buck and split. Continue to reduce the crack here. Yeah, it does split up here, not so much down here perhaps, but can't really get to that in a good way. A foot and a half up into the air, so I guess I'm gonna crack it sideways. This isn't really buck splitting, since I'm cutting a notch. Still very stringy. Kindling. But that's firewood, at least. It's very wet in the core. Well, it will dry out before summer is over. Where do you go? Most stubborn piece of firewood I've ever seen. You better burn for an entire night now after that kind of trouble. Two sections. The wind has picked up and there are rain clouds coming in. It's been really hot and dry for almost the entire drying season when I left the trees here in the woods, and now when I'm out working it wants to start raining on me. Not sure if I'm gonna finish this today, but I'll keep working and see how far I get, at least. Split, will you? There we go. I'm still having to notch it, which means I waste a little bit of wood, but not that much. I'm not making very wide notches. Maybe a heavier guy with a heavier axe could bucksplit this without notching it, but I'm gonna do it like this. most stubborn tree I've met in a while. Well, there you go anyway. Super stringy wood. Yeah, well, that's 3 sections cut off. It started cracking a little bit more nicely on the 3rd section, so I hope it will crack even better now when I'm further up trunk. Seems like it does. It's a bit twisted, this tree. That's a good crack. Runs more than 2 feet. I'm standing with my back close to some trees here, so it's a bit tricky to swing the axe properly. I'm starting to hear thunder in the sky now. Typical, I just got up here getting started, but I fear I have to just cut it and go back home pretty soon. I must say I'm a bit disappointed in, well, the bottom piece at least on this tree. It's still very wet down here, even though I took off a pretty wide strip of bark. But the bark that was left on it was pretty thick. Then there was rot in the core as well, so that's moist. I guess it'll be drier further up the tree. This will have to be split in smaller sizes, I guess. Otherwise they will never dry out before winter comes. Of course I could save it for the season after that one, leave for 2 drying periods, but I prefer to burn it come this fall and winter. We'll see. I'll keep cutting some more from this tree and see how long I can continue because of this peculiar weather. I've reached the first big knot. Now that sort of thing always makes things a bit more interesting, doesn't it? Here comes another adventure. I'll try not to hit that one. Sits really badly between two big rocks here. I don't want to try and chop it up anymore so close to that. So I'm gonna try and lever it out of here. Well, that was pointless. There's no way I'm gonna be able to lever this, not on my own anyway. Perhaps not even if I had some help, because there's way too much tree over there where the top lies, and that's also wedged between the stump and some trees further down. So I'm gonna section the log instead. Down here somewhere where it gets smaller, so I can cut it off quickly, and then I can move that piece of the trunk to better position. There you go. No problem at all really now. I would have preferred to keep it intact as far up to the top as possible, so it stays put when I bucksplit it. Although I'm not really properly bucksplitting since, well, tricky positions, all of that, but you get the idea. It's starting to rain pretty heavily now, so I don't think I want to continue right now. Actually, I'm gonna call it a night. It's very light outside, but it is sort of, we almost have evening here now. That's the thing with Swedish summer, it's light way into the night. So I'm gonna call it a night, even though it looks like bright day. But I don't want to work in the rain, I don't want to shoot in the rain either. Well, anyway, it's great to be back out in the woods doing some shopping. I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe and all of that. I do appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care.